Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you're on our big, beautiful planet, whether nukes are falling on your heads or not. I hope you're having a good time, is all I can tell you. Welcome to News on the Flipside. I have Michelle Desrochers with me and John Goodwin. We're going to be discussing podcast awards and Writers of the Future awards because all three of us are up for awards. Somebody else told me they were up for an award. I don't know who it is. I have to find out, but no. Anyway, if I get it, let me move this so I don't get in trouble. Okay, we'll just move the messenger over there. So, how you doing, John? How you doing, Michelle? How's life? Things are being
Girls
nice.
first.
Girls, I
I'm
see no
old.
girls
Girls
around
first.
here nowhere.
I'm busy because my boss is a slave driver.
Yes, that's John's fault, not mine. It's all John's fault. Lady Joe, she was talking about John, not me. I'm sweet and innocent and kind and loving and
Oh, good. Your
all
nose
that
just
good
grew
stuff.
another half inch there, Joe.
I think I see his nose growing. Wait,
No.
I
I don't tell fibs. I'm sorry. My sinuses are getting weird. Now, anyway, guys, because we really are here to talk about the podcast awards. John shows in, two of my shows in, the Outer Realm is in. Outer Realm is in an interesting category, which I liked last year because I voted for her as most female influencer, which is Michelle.
Female. Yeah, I did too.
Yes, I also voted for you as most influential male influencer. So y'all get out there and vote for John. Y'all don't have to vote for me for any of that stuff. I'm just being honest with people up front. My ego's plenty big enough.
Amelia and I are the best. Stop it. Girls.
We're not going to discuss Amelia.
Out there.
Now, one thing I wanted to do, because one of the things I do is I create the promos to let people know to make sure they vote. One thing I'm interested in, and I don't track the chats here on this thing, but you both do. I'm interested in, and I'll bring this up a couple of times over the hour that I'm on with you, the what people like most about the Outer Realm, about is it Science and Beyond? And
no, it's just going to be this show and UFO in the covers in.
Okay, so what do people like most about those two shows, and what do they like most about Writers of the Future? Because I write I help with the other hosts putting together scripts, and then Emily records it, and we use that to promote. So whatever you like the most about our respective shows, if you can make comments, then we'll make sure we mention those in what we create. So that very much be appreciated.
Okay.
People, before we get into this show, do not call me on the Skype number. That is the fourth call. We don't do audio on here. Pop into one of the chat rooms. Either jump on my messenger. I'm only on one messenger tonight. I'm on the Joe Montaldo, the one with United Public Radio messenger. It's the only one I'm on tonight. Or just pop into one of the chats. But stop with the Skype. That's 4 in a row. I'm not going to answer the Skype. What do you want me to do? Hold it up like this so y'all can talk? No, it's not going to work.
Also on LinkedIn. You're live on LinkedIn right now, too.
Yes, we are live in LinkedIn. We're live on Roku TV if you want to see us on Roku. Now, if you're on Roku, if you want to talk to us, unfortunately, Roku don't have a chat. There will be a chat on the new website. It'll be actually, it'll probably be on tomorrow. The new website is up, so y'all can look at it. It's not completed by any means, but it is up, so everybody can take a look at what the new future.
But how can you explain how we're going to see the chat? Like, will it come here to the soundboard?
That's a good question, and we're gonna have to find out. And I shouldn't discuss this. I shouldn't discuss this on here. But a new company contacted me besides StreamYard, and they offer more destinations and customized destinations. So we may be, ladies and gentlemen, I can't say it on air right now because I just don't want to. But after I talk to Michelle about it, I just sprung it on her just now. I just sprung it on Michelle now.
He told you that it broadcasts on Mars and Jupiter and Saturn, huh?
They said that I can customize
the same price.
Stuff. They said I can customize stuff. Believe it or not, it is the same price, by the way. But which was surprising because they offer quite a bit more. And they did say that they could customize stuff like through our websites and stuff. Matter of fact, that's how Roku is going to customize our stats because how can I say this politely since we're on the air to about 1 million people? They are morons. Really, truly, when it comes to stats, they are just doofballs.
That's not a way I would recommend doing this.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, come on. I've never in all my years of doing radio had a website that didn't have built-in stats. It's like foreign to me. I'm like, what do you mean? I got to request them. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, if you do this, this, and this, and they'll come to your site. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm in the middle of building a new website. So guess what? It caught me off guard. I was kind of like, come on. I'm used to going click, 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 and I can see who it was, where they were, how many of them there were, what sex they were, how many dogs did they have at home. I like that kind of stuff. I really do. And for people like us who are going to be up for like the podcast awards, it's nice to know who's listening and what our demographics are, so we can target general audience without making the rest of the audience insane. Guys, and I'm telling you, you're going to hear this for at least 3 more months. Go vote.
Absolutely.
Just go vote, go vote, go vote, go vote. You're going to hear this. There's going to be, there'll be runners for this on all the shows. Oh, it's mandatory. Yes. Even if their show's not in, it's still mandatory for them to carry the promo to support their fellow host on the network. And if they don't, well, I'll turn Michelle on. So,
I knew you were going to say that.
if that don't work, I'll get on them.
I keep telling people I am only the messenger.
It's funny. It's funny she said that, because just the other day I was talking with a host, and he was telling me some stuff about something that went on. And I said, you know what? I said, don't take this the wrong way. I said, but I'm the one that told her to enforce the rule. I said, she's only doing what I asked her to do. I said, so just in case any hosts are listening tonight, and if Michelle for some reason does get on to you, it is because I requested her to enforce whatever rule it is. Whatever rule it is. Hey,
yes.
I need to make more money. John's getting richer than me. I got to make some more money here.
Well, it's nice that somebody's getting rich from this.
I know somebody. At least somebody is. I agree with that. So, guys, you go over to podcast website. Oh, you know what is it? Podcastawards.com. Is that what it is? Anyway, I'll pull it up before we leave the show tonight.
Yeah, pull it up. I'll make a banner.
Yeah. So we're gonna all these shows are up. So you're gonna see Writers of the Future up there and Outer Realm up there. They're gonna both be up for this award. Now, don't take this out of character, people. But this
podcastawards.com.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
1 second. Podcastawards.com. Okay, 1 minute.
So people, don't take this the wrong way. This runner up is for the birds. Okay. 3 years in a row, runner up. I mean, come on. I can't take this shit much longer, people. I'm going to explode this runner up stuff. I can't do it. I need a win.
All that going on.
But yes, we have won. Oh, and we won. So 20, 21, 22, we won Best Local Broadcast in New Orleans 3 years in a row now. And I think, especially with Michelle's new addition to the daytime lineup, I think we're going to win 24. Or 23. I'm sorry.
Coming along.
I have got nothing but positive feedback by the new show lineup for the daytime show.
Podcastawards.com.
There you go,
awesome.
people.
Thank you.
There you go. Podcastawards.com. Go over there, register to vote. Now, remember, if you register early, you'll probably get to be one of the people who get to stay around next time around. So they're going to vote. I think what he said was 3 million, 5 million, I think he said last time.
There's 5.1 million people that did the initial nominations. And then there was an average of, I think it's 6.1 or 6.2 shows per nomination was the average. And then they had, was it 20,000 out of the first 5 million plus another 200 podcasters that they did the final voting on. So yeah, it's, I don't know what his algorithm is to pick these other voters, but I know it's huge.
Wow.
So, over there, get involved early. Especially if you listen to our shows, get over there and get involved early so y'all can vote. We want y'all to be one of the 20,000.
Well, they messaged me last year and this year to see if I wanted to be someone like one of their voters, and if I wanted to listen to
John, reach over there and smack her, man.
I don't know.
Man, she's a sweetheart. You don't ask me to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Joe. I'm a sweetheart. Don't ask John to do that kind of stuff.
Don't be bullshitting. I'm only flip flops. Some of y'all be telling these kind of stories today. Let me go get some boots or something, man. Oh God, Laura Jean Weisenhouse. Look, you must be related to men. There's too many of these house names around lately. I don't. This is starting to bother me a little bit. You mean you're talking about Writers of the Future? Did you win? You can't go. You can go to somebody's date. I don't know who. Everybody has got a date. Oh, I have a date. Joni's my date. No, that's just so she makes her behave. That's just because she makes. Anyway, long story. We're going to talk about that another time. No, you have to. I'm sorry. You have to
Now, to
win.
come there, you have to win or be like a
Big
major
pain in the ass.
type thing, or a pain in the ass like Joe. But
Oh, speaking of that, Tom's going to be on in 3 weeks. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
well, that's good. We also have the I'll be broadcasting live too. You're going to have it on your network there. You'll be the pretty face Joe, and Michelle will be the behind the curtains there, making it all happen all over the planet.
Well, y'all going to and he's right. You will. Some of what's going on. Okay, it gets a little complicated, but some of what's going on will be broadcasted live on Roku. Some of the interviews will be live on Roku. Some of the stuff that John and I are doing will be live on Roku, and some of it won't. And then some of the stuff that I'm doing when I'm talking to people won't be because it's in places where y'all can't see what's going on. Okay, that came out entirely wrong, but anyway, it's not.
My wife to be behind the scenes and all this stuff's going on.
No, it's not. It's not right to film the people who are there, who won and stuff like that when they're going through classes. They're nervous enough without Joe standing over the camera going, "Hey, how did you do that?" They got enough to think about. I've learned the last 3 years they really do. I mean, these people come in exhilarated and scared at the same time. I mean, they won, and they won something great, but they don't know what to expect. They've heard, they've looked at it online, but reading about it or watching the gala is not the same as experiencing it. So that's another reason to go submit. Matter of fact, I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday. He wrote a book. He's going. Matter of fact, he's coming on this Friday, and non-humans. I said, dude, you should have submitted that to damn Fridays in the future. I said, yeah, you made no money on it. Yes, you should have submitted it. I want people over there. I want people to win. Y'all don't know. I harass John about this all the time. The more people out of the country it wins, the more I feel like I'm actually contributing to what they're doing.
Yeah, we got winners from 9 countries this year.
Yeah, see, I love that.
First winner from Romania, and we got 2 winners from Costa Rica.
Wow, very nice.
Somehow the UK to be sneaking in there a lot.
Romania, very near and dear to me.
We got Vietnam, we got South Korea, and of course we've got the United States and Canada.
We don't count them. We don't count Canadians. They're not real people.
You're just gonna keep.
They just want to be Americans.
I'm just gonna come back and say, why am I not live tonight? I don't know. You must have peeved off a specific Canadian.
I love my Canadians. We got a bunch of them these days too. That's the scary part. No, so podcastawards.com. Go over there. Just check it out. Read it. There's a lot of shows. I want y'all voting for my shows and John and this person up here in the corner shows.
Michelle.
Yeah, sound it out, Joe. Sound it out. Use your phone.
Michelle Mabel.
Wait, who?
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
No, that's. Oh no. Oh yeah, I know. She stood us up. What can I say? Wait till I see. I'm gonna give her trouble. He's talking about Emily. She stood us up. She treated us wrong. What can I say? We're just like dogs to her. Just get to the curve, man.
We're Thursday for New York. We got a bunch of meetings in New York because we're meeting with a bunch of editors out there, and then there's there's 2 major awards events we're going to. One is called the Audies, which is the big award show for the Audio Publishers Association, and there's another called the Audio Publishers Conference. We'll be attending that one too, and then we fly back next Wednesday. But it's this is the first time we've been to New York since the pandemic started, so that was fun getting back there. There is a lot of publishing that happens there in New York, so
there is.
Publishers Weekly and Library Journal and School Library Journal, and those are major trade publications that we're seeing again for the first time in a while. So we're excited about that. So she's jamming to get, because the event's April 28th, but in order to do that, we have to finish. We've already written the speech, all the speeches, the whole event's written. We've recorded it for the timing purposes, and then she's creating the visual package now. So, when you talk, you have different pictures that go with it. It's not just straight looking at the person. You have all the different pictures, videos, whatever. So she's pulling all that and putting that into a package so that while we're gone, they're going to start putting the event itself together so it matches the timing of the visuals with the words, and they know where to put it in there, so that when we have it, the event itself, then we're all set to go, except for, the winners. We don't have their speeches, but everything else is all figured out so that we can time it and make sure that it comes across really good. That's why when you see it, it looks so special because a lot goes into it to set it up.
So be careful up there in New York. We got some disgruntled hosts that live up there.
No, this is true.
They might seek revenge, man. You better be careful. I'm just kidding, people. I'm just teasing. We got
an event like that for sure.
What's that?
I said a lot does go into an event like that.
Yeah.
A lot, even if you're just watching a program, like when you say nothing is synced, people don't realize the whole editing process behind that. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. People have absolutely no idea the amount of work.
If someone told Emily she had to stay still for 10 minutes, she would explode. She would just explode. She just, I'm sorry. I love her to death, dude. She just, I was like that when I was younger.
She's a busy gal.
I can't say anything. It's, no, she likes it. Some people like to be moving. I like to be going, moving, doing something. I hate sitting still.
But see, I just don't want to be found. You find me hiding somewhere.
That's impossible. Well, where I'm out here on the coast, it's a lot easier to hide. When I was in the city, it was a nightmare. People you'd hear, and the door would open. Stupid me should learn to lock the door in the city. Oh, and a family come over, friends and people I ain't seen 10 years. Oh, hey, Joe, I'm live right now. You see the big red live sign up there flashing?
Right.
Like a big studio going on. Everything's going on up. They just walk on in.
But it is an honor to have the station spearheading and being the ones that put it out there to the world. I think it's really a privilege to do that, and
it is.
I think it's a good arrangement. It's wonderful for us, and hopefully it works really well in your favor to reach the masses.
Yeah, it's made a big difference for us just being able to reach all these countries, because it's the thing about the arts is the poor starving artist is just, it's not a joke. It's the real deal. Like when someone's starting in the arts, there's not a lot of money in it, and it takes, the discovery, and it takes the persistence and a lot of, I'll skip this. I'll skip this. I'll skip this. Okay, let's get that jar of peanut butter I threw away yesterday and take it out and see if there's another scoop that I can get with my finger to have something else to eat while that break is ready to happen. And so when we have something like this that somebody can find out, and there's so many people also that were ready to throw in the towel when they actually got their, honorable mention saying, okay, here you go, keep on trying. And they kind of, they were ready to quit, and then they just decided, okay, I'll keep it going. And there's probably a good third of the people, maybe 40% of the people in the science fiction and fantasy arts and writing got their start from Writers of the Future and Illustrators of the Future. I mean, it's been 4 decades, for crying out loud.
So you're sort of like the end of the road for some people.
Yeah.
Right.
They it's weird because like with Preston, he 47 times he entered. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you hear us say this, it's not 47 years. You can submit 4 times a year. I doubt anybody submits 4 times a year, but you can submit 4 times a year. It's for a writer, that's got to be tough. Maybe an illustrator at 4 times a year might be a little bit easier to obtain. Maybe that's why they're a little younger in general when they win. But
Wayne responded on that, that comment about the starving artist. So that's great. Thanks.
I hear you on the starving artist, putting everything aside for the craft, but he does. Yeah, he does. It's great books. Yeah,
I am looking forward. I have met 3 dozen writers now. I'm looking forward to some great things. I've read a lot of their stuff. I haven't seen 39 this year yet, but I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, I just started listening to something John asked me to listen to, so when I come down to see him. And matter of fact, I listened to the first 3 today. I was working on a website. It's a great time for me to listen anytime I'm building websites, either music or something text. I want something playing in the background that I'm listening to that I can absorb while I'm on the website. It keeps me from getting too distracted. James, no, it's 4 times a year. 4 times a year. Yeah. WritersOfTheFuture.com. Boom, that fast. Yeah, GalaxyPress.com if you need a book. Well,
can I show a slide of the cover?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think I have one on this computer.
Do I have to just slide it over into I just said you have no slides? I just slide it in there?
You can
go to present. Do you have and go to just click present
and it says Google
go share screen.
So I do
or share screen. If you have it up, then you could just go to whatever screen you have. If you go to share screen, then you can go up into window, or if it's within the Chrome or your browser, click on it.
Do I have it?
Probably because I got all kinds of stuff on my screen. So I'm going to instead just probably
Yeah,
just
you're like me. I got 5
Yeah.
billion things on it. Where
Or
is
it's
it?
just like this.
near my computer.
I love doing that. Sorry.
What
All
are you
right.
just destroying the screen about? It's
I'm just showing how it all works. That's all.
well, if I had it, I don't think I have it on this computer. I don't. I should because I was on this computer when y'all did the thing. Where's
I need to.
invite?
Because it doesn't pull up. It'll pull up JPEGs, won't it?
It should. It's supposed to when you pick up slides. It's supposed to pick it up. What's it got on here? That's it. What I got on here? UFO.
And gone. Vice not connected. He cut himself off.
Yeah, we'll wait for him to come out. Financial readings.
Mhm.
Well, that's good. Let me put all my finances up there. Be like Donald Trump.
Jesus.
What the hell is this? I don't even know what this is. That's the sad part. I'm kind of like, what the bleep is this? Okay, let's get rid of it.
What are you doing, honestly?
I'm actually looking. I thought I had a picture.
People, it's going to get exciting.
I thought I had a picture of what he's talking about on this computer, but I'm still I don't know where anything is on this computer. To be honest with you, it should be right here somewhere. Nope.
I know you've got 3 things up now, so it doesn't make a difference. So, okay, so
Right
the
there's
other.
Anyways,
There we go.
didn't work. But anyway, I was going to show the cover. It's a beautiful cover. Tom Wood painted it.
Just
Yeah.
send it to Joe. Send it to Joe's Facebook, and then he can grab it and he can put it up.
Facebook?
Well, yeah. Do you want it to Messenger, Joe?
Yeah, you can messenger me or send it on Facebook or
Any way you want.
where's
And
my
then he
Facebook?
can grab it and he'll put it up.
Open
All
Facebook.
Because we
Open
do those. We do
Facebook.
them all the time when we do Gray Zone. So email,
Yeah.
whatever works.
I thought I had it on this computer. Though. I don't know why.
There you go. I just put it to you.
Okay,
let me
go
go
get
find mine.
it. Show it off.
Come on,
Okay,
Facebook,
so-
open it.
So we've got www writers. of the
Oh,
Future, or-
which Facebook did you send it to?
Let's send it to your.
What is that?
We're being invaded by aliens.
That's the actual trailer. I need to show you the.
Why won't I give him my damn pictures?
I don't know, but if you put it up in your browser under a separate window, you can just share it like that also. So, did you find it, Joe?
I put it as an attachment to Joe Montaldo on.
Whoops.
Maybe you guys should just send it to me by email. I think I'll be able to do it faster than both of you.
Oh, it's good. I'm looking for it on my. Let me reopen this Facebook. Glenn, no, actually, I thought I had it on this computer, Glenn. That's what's aggravating me. It was on this one because they did the show and we popped it off of this one. And for some reason, it's not.
I'll just send it to both of you. Email it to both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll wait for it to come up. And get this showing there and see.
So
soon as
while
it comes
she's
up.
doing that,
I just have to wait for it to come up.
so Jeffrey, the only way you get to go is if you win. You're an illustrator. You can submit 4 times a year. The only way, yes.
Got it.
Well, I would recommend going over to galaxypress.com and maybe buying one of the 4 or 5 of the anthologies that came out in the last couple of years and looking through them. I mean, there's some great
one
artwork.
second.
Kind of gives you an
Alright.
idea what they're looking for.
Give me 1 second. I've got this baby right here.
Yeah. So what she's going to pull up, this is this year's volume. And if you go to writersofthefuture, or if you go to galaxypress.com, you'll actually, we have a
Bam.
special pre-order offer. That's the
Beauty.
cover there, painted by Tom Wood, who you said you'll have on in a couple weeks.
14th, he'll be joining us on Friday, April 14th. He will be on this show for the 2-hour version. We'll be talking about his fantasy art. Of course, we'll be talking about the cover. We'll be talking. We'll be talking about if he's going to be judging this show.
Okay. I'll leave it up. There. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so this
John,
is the art, and Kevin Anderson wrote a short story based on that. So the cover art was done first, then Kevin Anderson, who's a major major author, science fiction. He's the one that writes all the prequels to Dune, along with Brian Herbert, along with all of other stuff there. So he wrote a short story in the Dan Shambles, who's he's a zombie PI. So it's just a funny PI series, and so he wrote a short story based upon this cover art, and
Wow.
it's
beautiful.
it's a beautiful cover. It's just got
It is.
so many amazing responses.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Just
Yeah.
beautiful.
You can pre-order this. You can go to galaxypress.com and you'll see right there, if you look at below there, it has a picture of this cover. You can click on it. And if you pre-order it, you can pre-order it from Amazon, from Galaxy, from Barnes & Noble, from Books A Million, from Indigo, from pretty much everywhere around the world. You can pre-order it. And then you also get a bunch of cool free things if you pre-order it. So that's running until between now and the event.
Excellent. Well, that's
So
beautiful.
we're very excited about that. So we're putting together the whole event package for releasing this. And so the thing that I do at the event is we have a whole video that releases this book and all the beautiful art from the winners and winning artists, and then the stories, and then they all come up on the stage. And as you have seen, Joe and Michelle, you've seen that via the what we were broadcasting it, and it's amazing what happens with these people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've watched the last year's award that I was manning the fort behind, and very emotional.
Oh, it's very emotional. These people have been working on it for years, and
Yeah.
finally win and get acknowledged. And then they're up there with the people that they've been reading. Like, you know, if you're into science fiction and fantasy, you've got like major names in science fiction and fantasy. Like Robert J. Sawyer is the dean of science fiction in Canada. He's won every major award. He's been knighted. He's won every major science award as well up in Canada, and he's one of our judges. Larry Niven, who's creator of the known universe, and that's a whole series there. Orson Scott Card, he wrote Ender's Game. We've got just major people that you've been reading. So you go up to them, these winners are like, they become starstruck, you know.
Yeah.
Like Larry Elmore, the guy that created all the original artwork for Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
Larry's great.
Yeah.
I love Larry.
Wow.
One of our judges will be there. Rob Pryor, he's currently at Cape Kennedy trained to go into space. He's going to go up there on for I think a 13-day mission. He's doing 35 paintings up there in space for 13 days. So he's training for that right now, but he'll be here for the event. But it's just, we got some amazing people that people just kind of like, oh my gosh, you know, and a lot of times we have to help walk somebody over to meet them.
Yes, they do.
So starstruck.
That's one of the good reasons. That's one of the good reasons to have me. I'll be talking to. I said, "Come on, let's go talk to him." No. I said, "Come on, let's go talk to him." And I love because they call me Mr. Joe. They didn't have to call him Mr. to start off with. But come on, we'll go talk to him. I remember the other Dave was there, and everybody's like, "Oh, we'll go talk to him." I said, "Just walk up to the table." It was at the what is it? The little dinner they have, the luncheon dinner.
Yeah, we have the barbecue.
The barbecue, and so he was standing there. I said, "Just go to." Oh no, So I said, "Come on!" I just grabbed the little kid, walked him over there, started talking. I said, "Look, I'll start talking. Trust me, he'll start talking, and you can just ask whatever you want." And we started talking, and he started asking questions. And next thing I knew, that was 6 or 7. I said, "Shit, Dave, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to wrangle you over here, dude." But
we just can't leave you alone. Sorry, John.
Great. Yeah, it's just a meet and greet that people love, and the judges love it. I mean,
the judges are great. I have not met any judge yet that's been rude and I know.
And you won't find any like that.
And I know they get asked sometimes the same question, just like I do about things, you know, and they just answer the question.
Yeah.
You know, it's what they do. And I see, I get to see them from a different point of view since I'm not one of the winners. I'm just talking to them. We'll be having dinner or maybe a cocktail or something. We'll just talking. So I get to see who they actually are. And they're just nice people. I mean, they're putting a lot of their time out here to help these people. And I got to say, a lot of them come away with a lot of help. I can't say everybody does, but a lot of the people leave with a lot of information. And since I keep in touch from time to time, I hear from this one, I hear from that one, it seems like it's helped them in their careers.
Yeah, absolutely does. In fact, when we want to finish this show, I'm supposed to call Nancy Cartwright. She's the voice of Bart Simpson, and she had such a wonderful time last year. She was a presenter for the grand prize illustrator winner, so she's going to do that again. But she said because she's written 2 books, she's written 2 audiobooks that she narrated as well. So she said, I want to talk to the kids. I said, okay. So I'm talking to work out her schedule. She wants to present, and then we're having a show Wednesday night. We do our radio theater. That's one of the things that's a real treat. The judges love it.
It was a blast last year.
Favorite part of the whole thing. So she's going to perform in it, and so she's an amazing actor, just amazing actor. So she's going to be in it. We have and some other big Hollywood bigwigs that'll be part of it as well. It'll be a great show this year.
Yeah.
So
it was fun last year.
Yeah, it's a great experience for people. I mean, if that's the only one they ever do, at least they've been able to do it. But they can try again for the following year, right?
Right. We can keep trying because
Oh,
keep
okay.
going. Like right now, we're in the end of this month, so you still have 10 days to submit to the end of for the end of this quarter. So if you're an artist or a writer, go to writersofthefuture.com and enter writer contest or enter illustrator contest and submit your story or your 3 pieces of art. And we also have a special thing too. We have which one of these years Joe's going to finish our online writing workshop. Which is free. Then when it finishes, we have a special live Zoom with Scott Card teaching it. He's going to be for 2 hours answering whatever questions they've got. Again, he's the guy that wrote Ender's Game, and is just an amazingly talented author.
Yeah, they I mean, everybody over there seems to be pretty talented. What do you mean? Can you meet Tom? Yeah, you can meet Tom. Come in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever it is, on the 14th, and get in the chat room, and I'll introduce you. No, I ain't giving you his phone number if that's what you're saying. You can forget that crap. I'm sorry. I hadn't laughed that good in a while. He's a great guy. He's a lot of fun to talk to. We've talked. Him and I have talked on many occasions when we're down there. We've even had a few drinks together here and there. He's a nice guy, and he helped out one of the guys from last year. I know he was working the hell out of this guy last time I had talked to him, which was a few months back. But so if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, you can go right now. And we have a collection of his fantasy art up on a show I did with him. And a week before that, I did one with Echo. You can go see hers as well. They have great art. There's a lot of stuff there too. Mm-hmm. So you can go through. We were using her virtual gallery. There's just all kind of stuff in there. We went through. I know. Yes, we did. Okay, I'm ashamed. We went through her booby collection. What can I say? It was her idea, not mine. I'm just saying, guys. It was we had a great time. She amazed me because she still did oils from time to time. I was like, oils? Who the hell uses oil anymore?
A lot of our judges do.
Yeah, I know. That's what I found out. I like oil. I never could have seen anybody did oil. Actually, Kirby, that will be for a show. In about a month, we're going to do a show on that, on the AI. I'm going to invite John, but I'm going to invite another person that uses it that John actually knows. And then we're going to invite a couple other people who are kind of, how can I say this politely, anti-AI is about as nicely as I can say it. So, no, we're going to do a show on it. I don't have anything personally.
You haven't asked.
I don't have anything personally against it. So I just don't think it should ever be used as real art or real. No, I just don't. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some great stories, some great art. I just don't think it should be used as real for any kind of competition, I guess is what I'm saying. But anyway, enough about that. Mm-hmm. We're going to save that for another show, and we'll invite a couple people. If you want to come on, Michelle might like AI, I don't know.
Not typically.
I don't know.
It has its place. It has its place. And
now, if it'll get me this damn award over at podcastawards.com, I'm all for it.
I look at the big Meta platform that just let go 12% of its people.
I know you've seen that, huh?
Because of being replaced by AI. So I just
now you see all you people from Metaverse.
Yeah,
y'all have a lot of free time. Submit to Writers of the Future.
I know.
Make something positive out of this.
There you go. 12%.
Positive about it. Go out there. Drive John and them crazy with all these extra stories.
I know.
And
take to the pen.
Yeah.
So
So
I know Gene had asked me this question earlier today, and I didn't get a chance to answer when we were talking earlier. No, it's the reason I went and met John and him, because I had, how I am. I don't trust anybody. I can't help myself. I'm from New Orleans. You learn not to trust people at a very young age. It's people are
vampires,
rarely
about the
no.
vampires. It's all about
Actually,
the vampires.
everything I've asked them, they've answered, and they've answered scarily with smiles. It's kind of weird sometimes. No, they're very nice people, very professional people. It's very nice to work with all professional people, because sometimes we got to work with people that are not skilled. I'll just leave it at that. And everybody over there has got their stuff together. Emily keeps a whip on all of them. She got this big long whip. We got to say this while John's going. I mean, this thing it's like yay big around, and you hear that sucker from the next room. You see, that's why he had to go run to the next room.
Oh my God, are we having this conversation?
The whip got him. What can I say? The whip got him.
Lights. And
Yeah, he went to go get some lights. No, we only got about 12 minutes because we got a show coming on after this. Sean should be happy. Nice big audience coming in. I know this is something new. We just dropped this in here. It's a slot that's not been covered right now, so I thought it was a good slot.
I'm working on it.
I thought it was a good slot for an extra so we're in there like that. Podcastiswar.com, people. Go right. I mean, go vote. I say go right. Go vote. Go submit.
Go right.
Yeah, go right too. I mean, we don't get confused here, but go. Actually, Kirby, I don't think I got any left. I'll look, but I got some going out to the library. I got to come pick it up. And other than that, I don't think I have any left. I have to look and see. I'll look. Yeah. I got all kind of crap in the studio, so I'll look and see. Did Tamara ever get hers?
I don't know. That's up to you guys. I haven't heard either way. Wow, there we go.
So these are all the various places. Like you can see, hopefully you can see. Like there's Sean Astin with our winner that year. There's and right above him is Mark Hamill. He was Luke Skywalker.
Very nice.
And above him there, you've got Ray Bradbury and a couple shots there. There's right here is Isaac Asimov. We've had so many people over the years. This is the Rise, like I said, the Rise of Future Lounge, and then we have a library as well here too, where when they get published, they send their books into the library, and we put them up on the shelves, and then against the back wall over there are all the different judges that we've had, past and present. So
they got a great group of people over there.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just
and Preston Dennett, of course, is a repeat.
What's that?
Preston's on our show next week. Actually, he's just delightful. He's always on our show. He's a really good friend.
He's such a nice guy.
He is. But it's nice to see that he was, been a part of your whole, whole experience. Yeah, I love it.
His acceptance speech was so touching, so emotional. Everybody in the audience was just like pulling up tissues to when he was done. Because for him, it was, it had been a thing since the 80s. He'd been entering it, and at one point he stopped writing altogether. He had gotten so many rejections and invalidations that he just kind of like, okay, that's it, I'm done. Right. And that's unfortunate because it's a very personal and private thing as an artist or as an author. And you bury your soul to the world, and someone comes in and goes like, really, that's your best? Or some other type of urgent comment. It just like it gouges. And so that's why this contest is so special, because you'll never get anybody saying, don't give up your job. The worst that's going to happen is, thank you for submitting, submit again. That's the worst that you'll ever get from us.
Right. And clearly it worked, because look at him now. So
yeah.
You can always slip Emily some Canadian chocolate. You might get
there we go. The Canadian chocolate.
She might forward your letter along a little bit.
Well, just have nothing to do with everybody listening. It's blind judging. So
yes, it is.
Your entry comes in when you enter on the computer. It's just you put your name is off of the actual story or the art. It's just on the overall package that goes in. The judge, the coordinator sends it to the judges, and all they ever see is the number that's assigned to the art or the story. Right. So they have no idea if you're male, female, nationality, ethnic, anything.
Right. Wayne says the world of publishing is such murky water. I went to a publisher's convention even and met someone who had all the right credentials, but in the end, she was a fancy middle person to a print shop. Very difficult to regain to trust to submit any works after that. I
Yeah,
remember that story. That just
that's a common story.
trying to get the free books.
Yeah, Rise of the Future. Whatever you submit, you maintain full rights to your art or to your stories. We just ask that if you win the contest, that you let us publish it first, and then you can do whatever you want to with it. And a lot of the winners will sell their stories again multiple times and many languages.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Dinella, just so you know, John ain't got enough money to pay me to lie. Just up front with you. He rich, but he ain't got enough to pay me to lie. No, he invited me down because I was very, 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 very skeptical. And so
Dimensional
far,
bleed through. Yep.
So far, it's exact. Let me tell you what, it's weird. You think it's weird for you? It's weird for me. You go somewhere, you're like, okay, you know, you're gonna find something. Okay, I've been to lots of places and lots of companies I've dealt with over the years, lots of publishing companies I've dealt with over the years, and you know they'll tell you this, this, and this, and when you kind of like, and it's never exactly what they tell you it is. So I arrived in LA, you know, I'm like, I'm expecting to be disappointed. I'm not going to even lie. I get to LA, you know, I get to meet Joni, who's just like the whirlwind. This woman has got more energy than anybody. She's the whirlwind. If you have seen Dune, you'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, the woman just doesn't stop. And so I meet Joni. Joni's really sweet, took really good care of me, got me settled in because I didn't know what to expect. Started meeting winners almost immediately because they were coming in at the same time I was coming in. I was talking to them and getting to know who they were. And there was a lot of them because it was 2 years because they were off 1 year for COVID. So there was a lot of people to talk to. And then John made sure I got to meet the judges. And I got to tell y'all, everybody I talked to, whether it was a judge, a winner, or somebody in between, was exactly what they said they were. And more so, it's been a long time that I've asked questions that someone didn't pause before they answered the question. That's weird because I do a lot of media work on a lot of different subjects. And most time when I answer a question, most people will have to take that 1 or 2 or 3 seconds, which feels like an eternity to the guy that asked it, to make sure what they're going to say. There was none of that. Now, even the people of Author Services, they were like, yeah, what do you want to know? And then I can't remember this old lady's name. I wish I could remember her name. She was such a sweetheart. She was over there with them when I was over there. I can't remember her name. Her daughter was with her. Anyway, I'll have to find out next time I'm over there. But everybody was just exactly what they said they were.
Is that Ursula Kondo?
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been because
her husband was a judge.
That's her. That's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just a sweetheart. We were all sitting around having a little coffee. Oh, they got a great coffee machine, people. If you can sneak in and get some coffee, you need to. Actually, no, because I didn't make the coffee. What are you, crazy? I ain't messing with a machine I ain't never used before. Anyway, everybody's been exactly what they said they were. No, nobody's lied to me. Even when I've asked questions that would be considered somewhat impertinent, they still answered the questions. I don't know why. Hell, I'm going to tell you this. I shouldn't even tell you this. I got drunk with 3 of them, and they still answered the questions. I can't find anything. If I could, guys, I would be the first to know about it. I can't find anything that I would consider out of character, out of place, out of anything. I mean, they're exactly what they tell you are, and they do their jobs diligently. It's an attractive group of people, a healthy, hard-working group of people, and they're nonstop, and they take care. When I'm there, I'm usually there for the week. I got to tell you, no one there goes untaken care of. Even if someone gets this, that, or the other thing, someone's there to take care. They do a really good job. And then, of course, like that second half of the week, you get to watch Emily like the whirlwind. That's worth going just for itself. No, she stays busy. Everybody stays. I don't want to give anybody take away credit from anybody because everyone stays busy. I see John every morning because we usually have breakfast and we chat about what's going on today. He's doing interviews. I'm doing interviews this year because of Roku. We'll be meeting together for interviews more than we usually do. But just there's a lot going on there, and everyone is taken care of. And I'm not telling you, I have not met a judge yet that wasn't approachable. The only one I scared was the other Larry. I kind of scared him the first year.
Larry Niven?
Yeah, Larry Niven, which I love him, by the way.
Yeah.
Last year I got to hang out with him for a couple of hours. We had a good time. But The first year, I think he thought I was like the guy from the Black Lagoon or something. He said,
Yeah.
"Stay back." Is he just do the vampire or something?
I have a
But no,
question.
really. Yeah.
I have a question, only because we're slowly inching towards the end.
Oh yeah, we got like
What is a
5 minutes.
prerequisite to be able to apply through your website to be considered for your awards?
So on the Writers of the Future, it's the story has to be no more than 17,000 words. The sweet
Okay.
spot is between 4 and 8,000.
Okay.
Science fiction, fantasy, speculative fiction. It could be light horror. It can't be heavy horror.
Right.
No gratuitous sex, no gratuitous violence, um, and you can't have been professionally published. It covers it in the rules there on writersoffuture.com.
Okay. So check it out.
Yeah,
Then.
and it's free to enter, and it's open to anybody. There's no other requirements for it. And like I said, we've got winners from 9 countries this year. So for illustrators, it's 3 pieces of illustration. It's not just a painting, but it's got to be illustrated. It's got an illustration tells a story. So it's got to be something that tells a story and it defines it in there. Again, it's 3 pieces there. We have changed the rules so that AI art is not accepted and AI storytelling is not accepted. Just to put that to rest.
Yes.
And there are apps that you can use to tell if a story or art has been AI generated.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be easier to tell the art from the writers, but
Yeah,
most,
it's pretty darn good.
yeah, well, most of the artists I know have layers of stuff. When I'm talking to them,
Exactly.
they started with this and they went to this and they went to that. When I was talking with Tom, he was like through 5 mediums. So was Echo. I mean, some of the younger artists were the same way through 3, 4, 5 layers. So someone started with a sketch and then might transfer it over to the computer. It's you can kind of trace them. I can see that
Yeah. So if there's a question, the judges will ask for, okay, show me your layered files, so they
Yeah,
can actually
yeah.
see that it's got however many files that they did.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. I mean, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, people with AI, because we don't want to take away from the people who are there who are legit. That's really what it comes down to. We don't want somebody to come in with this AI generated thing, and the rest of these people, other 11 people, have been busting it just to get in here and win. It's just not a fair thing.
And
Plus,
realize too, AI generated art is only as good as all the art that it skimmed off the internet.
that's true.
Right.
Because none of it's original. It's all copycat stuff. They mix
Right.
art from different artists. Same thing with stories.
Nice.
It's based upon what already exists out there for it to be able to copy.
Right.
Actually, if y'all want to know more about this, I had Jeff Weiner on about 4 months ago. We went through the whole thing. I was quite impressed with this stuff. I ain't gonna lie, but it's not. I'm old school people. I want to see it done the old school way. I'm just who I am. It's what I'm gonna be, and it just seems to me the way it should be done. I mean,
Yeah, and you can't get copyrights. You can't copyright stuff that's been created by
Yep,
AI.
that's true.
Exactly. There's no originality.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I know
that's
we
right.
got to get out of here in a few minutes because we
Mhm.
have Sean coming up next. He's the hellhound. He's the guy who trains the hellhounds.
You're
That's what he
welcome.
does for a living.
Yeah.
That's what he does
Yes.
for a living. But y'all can write to John anytime. You just go over to galaxypress.com, hit him up, or raiseofthefuture.com, and just drop him a letter. I mean, there's lots of emails you can send in. Or next year, I want to see somebody from Israel.
My office, my business email is jgoodwin@galaxypress.com. So
Don't send in a bunch of bullshit either, people. Sorry,
Yeah.
John.
Otherwise, I'll just forward it to Joe.
Yeah, and I'll come looking for you. So I've been bored lately. I'm hoping to see an Israeli winner next year. We had a big boost in Israeli listeners this year and viewers. It was kind of weird. It's weird when countries flip flop like that. Well, Russia was doing well, and then they started the war, and they've been kind of. We still actually have quite a few Russians listening, but we don't talk about the war much. So if they're here for the war, they're just bored.
Yeah, we have an Iranian winner from last year or 2 years ago that's now resides in Germany. We're hoping to get a visa so he can come.
That'd be good.
That'd be great. So he hopefully arrives.
So it doesn't matter what country you live in. If you're in one of the ones where you can't leave, it's not John's fault, but you can submit. It doesn't matter. All the 200 countries on this planet, you can all submit. What do you mean? Is there a distance? They flew people in from Australia year before last. So I'm not thinking, I mean, you can't get much further than Australia, people. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah,
And,
wherever you're from, we fly you in. We fly you in. Mr. Hubbard, L. Ron Hubbard, is the one who created the
Yes.
concept. So he funds it. He put it in his will that still gets funded. So he puts it there. And wherever you're from, You'll be flown in by the contest. You'll be put up at the hotel, which is a really nice hotel here in Hollywood. The entire banquet, the award ceremony is paid for by Mr. Hubbard. It's a major expense, but it's that important. He visioned that science fiction was the herald of possibility, and so that's like the last genre he was writing in, other than when he wrote the Dianetics and Scientology materials. But it was science fiction that he saw as postulating a good future for society, for the world. And so we've had so many people that have done well with that.
Yeah, people. There's a lot of stuff y'all read come out of these groups of writers. So,
yeah,
you know what you can do. I mean, you can always. John has on Galaxy Press. They have them all for sale. You can always find out who the different writers are. I mean, you can probably look it up on the web if you're too cheap to buy any. But I mean, still, you can find out who all these different writers were, where they are in society, what they've done. I've seen some of the older writers come back. It's just interesting to see where these people are. Who you talking about? Oh no, yeah. Echo Turner. Yeah, that's who was on with me. Yeah, she's a sweetie pie.
Definitely.
No, don't make her mad. She'll bop you in the head, but she's a sweetie pie. No, she's very fair but tough. She's kind of like Michelle. She is. I watch her with these people. She is good. She'll take any question, even when it's a stupid one. And trust me, I'm not even an artist, and I knew some of them questions were stupid ones. So, and I know I always say there's no such thing as a stupid question, but some of these might have been ranking in that area. No, everybody is great. If you win, I can tell you this: if you win, you're going to be treated really good. You're not going to be harassed by anybody. They're going to take really good care of you. They're going to set you. They even pay for your luggage and stuff to go back with you. I mean, they're really good people. They take really good care of you. If I remember right, just submit and win. That's all I can tell you. Keep submitting until you win. Look at Marco. I know you can write. Submit until you win. If you make too much money, you can't. You can go read the instructions about that and find it. That's the best way, because we got to get out of here because we have Sean coming up next, and we don't want the guy who trains hellhounds to get mad at us. I'm just saying. It just doesn't seem like a good idea. Don't forget, writersofthefuture.com. You can go over there and submit. Galaxypress.com. You can go over there. There's a whole wide range of stuff you can purchase. I know it's not the holidays, so I'm not going to push y'all real hard. I like to bug y'all during the holidays, but go over there and check it out. There's a lot of stuff. And again, if you're looking for ideas on what to submit, artwork or as an author, it's a good place to start. I'm not saying you got to copy it.
It's like those are the books up to being published in that book. These guys were amateurs and now they're pro.
Well, no, I've read the last one.
Package, you can get for $30. So
yeah, I know. So go over there, check it out, get it done. Then don't forget, go vote. I don't want to see no runner-up bullshit this year. I want it to become, hey, Joe, you know what you want? Yeah. I bitched all last year and the year before. You don't want to hear me all this next year. Really? Come on. 3 years it is, or 4 years it is, how many years it is. Go vote. Podcastawards.com. Go vote. Just go there.
When does it open for voting officially?
I think it's July or June. I forget now.
Yeah. We'll have at least another 40 more shows talking about between now and then.
Yes, but anyway, we'll post it in when we put up the runners and stuff. It'll be posted in there when you can go vote. And be nice. Go over to talk to that guy. Be one of the 20,000 to get to vote again, especially if you're one of our fans. Okay. Yes, that's what we're looking for. No, I mean I'm fine. Runner-up's sweet. I mean, there's a lot of people in this. A lot of people are in this competition. So runner-up's not bad. It's still not first place. And what is runner-up? Second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th? I mean, come on. I don't like to lose. Y'all should know that by now. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Be sure to check out John. He'll be, if you're in New York, say hi. If you happen to be at one of the gigs he's at this year. Everybody else, don't bug the man. He's busy. No, Michelle,
check us out on Roku, people, because that's where you're going to be able to see all of the Rise of the Future stuff. If you're not there, you're not necessarily.
Yes, because there'll be a lot of stuff that goes on. There'll be a lot of stuff you can't see unless you win, but there'll be a lot of stuff that you can see on Roku.
That's right.
Stuff you can't see stuff like classes and courses, and that's none of y'all's business unless you win. Because John is nice and sweet. That's why, and I'm not.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's so great seeing you again, Michelle. It's such a treat.
Thank you. Pleasure. Same.
Yes.
But of course, big hugs to your lovely wife who didn't make it.
Gladly.
So,
give her a big.
We'll do it again. Schedule permitting.
But I
So
know we got to go, guys and girls. So John, thanks for hanging out. Michelle, thanks for stopping it. Everybody else, hang out. Sean will be up in about 8 or 9 minutes. He should be starting about 10 minutes late, but he'll be okay. On that note, hang out. Come see us Friday night. We'll have Gary Hasling with us with his new book, Non-Humans. It's about Rendlesham Forest. All right, guys and girls. See y'all Friday.
see you tomorrow.